You unlock stuff up until, I believe, 27 or 2800, and then you get nothing until 10,000 coins.
How dare they?
So it is Tekken Revolution. Jesus.
Let's see. I want to see what I unlocked. Ooh. Classic.
Going all Super Mario Kart on us.
Damn, look at the acceleration on that baby. Let me see if I can tweak it a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this.
Apart from the 1 to 5 ranking, I really can't tell what's good and what's bad on these meters. I have to play the game and see how it handles myself.
The only things you particularly need to worry about are speed and acceleration.
What, the turning and handling doesn't factor in as much as far as upgrades?
Well, you're drifting everywhere anyway, so...
There you go, guys, obligatory Mario Galaxy theme stage. One of the best tracks in the game, both musically and in terms of level design.
You say that, but this entire game strikes me as Mario Galaxy themed.
This one especially, because it's got a little bit of Gusty Garden Galaxy in its theme.
It does have a fair bit of that, although the Beanstalk starting line is kind of new.
The Beanstalk is a reference to Mario 1, because when we get see later in the track, the Beanstalk's coming out of a question mark block.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. Huh. That's nice.
I probably should have stuck with my usual build. I'm not really feeling this particular cart. I'll make the best of it.
Gonna make it difficult somehow for you.
Experimentation is the path to enlightenment?
Frustration.
Variety is the space of life.
Thankfully, there's a pretty nifty shortcut at the end here. Quite tricky, though.
Jeez, lightning bolts strike the boosters. That's devious.
Okay, let's give this a shot. Nope! Oh well, maybe next lap.
Thank you, Lakitu.
Lucky 2 gets you back on the track a lot faster this time.
And you keep your items as well.
It's a good thing this isn't a first-person camera, otherwise this would be very annoying. Just a giant potted plant right in front of your face.
Damn, Mario, that was cold.
To your own brother, no less.
Cold enough to make banana ice cream with.
Don't distract me, I'm trying to drive it.
You're going too fast, Tommy.
Yeah, go like 30 miles per hour.
Are you sure you know where you're going?
Very narrowly dodged a lightning bolt there.
Like, I'm getting some serious airship track vibes from CTR in here.
Well, they are the airships.
Well, it had a much different look to it, but it just the layout reminds me of it.
Damn, man, the turning is kind of hoo-hoo.
The lightning bolts in the track don't do the same thing as the lightning bolts that the item that the
Yeah.
Okay, good. 'Cause I hate to go over that booster that lightning strikes and then suddenly be small and slow. It's a little too trollish, you know?
I mean, it does stun you, but it doesn't make you small now.
So, the lightning bolts come at random intervals. You just sort of have to...
Well, I'm sure there's some pattern to them, but
Not gonna risk the shortcut.
yeah, not at the end anyway.
You're already in first place. Didn't even get hit by a shell in front of the finish line this time.
Progress. Okay, I think Mario's going to be my rival for this particular cup. If you'll notice, there's always someone like following you in these cups, and the person who is following you tends to follow you for the entirety of the cup.
Another plus to F-Zero GX in that game, you could kill your opponents.
Nice.
So just when the second place person at the start of a race was pulling up right next to you, because it always starts out in a little bit of a straightaway, just kill them. Voila, no more rival.
Find that one guy who's rubber banding like a boss.
Cloud Top Cruise was pretty cool. What do we think of this level, Ryan?
My least favorite in the game.
Really? In the game?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's the desert level, so it's going to be someone's least favorite.
Yeah, it's not interesting to look at, it's not fun to play, because it's very hilly at the later half of it. It's just not fun to play it for me.
Got great music, though.
It looks fine to me, just in terms of aesthetics. I mean, as far as desert levels can look. Was that a skeleton fish in the background that we zoomed past over there?
That was a dry piranha plant, yeah.
I have never gotten to that upper portion of the track before.
You have to bounce off the sand platform.
Oh, is that how you do it?
Yeah. Honestly, it doesn't save you much time, so...
I don't know whether to detest or love the inclusion of dry bows in the stage. It's like a kick in the face to the people who wanted their favourite character in the game but got babies instead.
Like Knights or Ristar.
Speaking my language there, mate.
They put Knights in Transform, but Ristar's still relegated to sign holder status.
That's a good point to bring up. What do you guys think about, like, just the Sonic and All-Stars Racing series compared to Mario Kart in general? Specifically on, like, single-player stuff, Ryan?
Well, I like the single stuff a bit better than the Sonic stuff, if only because it's a bit more focused on racing.
And there's more of it.
Yeah.
It's got an actual career mode.
Yeah, but I mean, Mario Kart has a lot more focus on the items, which tends to frustrate me more than it should when you're doing single-player stuff.
Yeah. I, to be honest, haven't had a chance to play too much Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Like, by the time I had the money for the first game, they had announced Transform, so I'm like, okay, I'll just wait. And then by the time that came out, I'd blown my money on something else. I remember playing the demo and really liking it of the first game. I haven't played Transformed yet.
Well, I mean, you like CTR, right?
I do like CTR. I love CTR.
It's basically Sonic CTR.
The character selection does intrigue me. Like, I think, wasn't the guy from Shenmue in there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only time we'll ever see him again.
Damn, man.
I'd like to see them do more with that franchise. I'd like to see them do more with their other franchises.
Nintendo and Sega are very similar in that regard.
I think maybe that's why I don't really care for, like, All-Stars as much as I do Mario Kart, because apart from, like, Sonic and, you know, Ristar and such, I don't really play much of Sega's franchises.
Oh god, Bowser's Castle got an upgrade. You see, I remember playing Bowser's Castle over at my cousin's house in Mario Kart 64 and hating the fuck out of that track. And now it's got anti-gravs.
They get more dangerous by the game.
Yeah.
When I first saw this, I actually thought it was a retro track. It wasn't,
The Bowser statues and, yeah.
Yeah. In a double dash.
It starts off very square, and then suddenly this. And those square hallways were all over the place in Mario Kart 64. Yeah, it made turning a bit of a thing in that track. And gosh, the revolving fire things look so realistic.
The fire chains, yeah.
Yeah, they look photorealistic even. It's jarring. I've never seen that. Like even in a 3D world in Galaxy, it's
Nintendo's first HD console, so
it's kind of like seeing fire chains and photorealism is kind of like seeing what they tried to do with Sonic in that fan movie thing.
Oh god.
It's uncanny valley as hell.
That's a little bit unfair because they went for a really shit art style as well.
Yeah, that's true. But no, I'm just talking exclusively of the fire chains. Just the fire chains. Everything else in this track looks glorious. That Bowser statue is foreboding as hell, too.
Blue shell. Managed to keep all your coins, though.
You get a lot more warning before getting hit than you did in CTR in this game. It's just that in the CTR you just sort of explode, and the blue shell just floats over top of your head for 2 full seconds. It's like, haha, you're fucked. Bam!
I just like the imagery of you randomly exploding, you don't even know what caused it.
I think you get like a split-second view of the warp orb from Crash 3, which is what the blue shell is in that one. It's the level portal. Of all things, from Crash Bandicoot 3 is the blue shell. It just sort of zooms down the track at you.
Okay, we're on the last lap now. So, Ryan, how would you say this compares to other Bowser's Castle stages?
A little bit more tricky than some. So not my favorite Bowser's Castle, but definitely a very good course.
It's kind of simplistic to me, honestly. I'm trying to remember how the Wii one played out, but that one just felt trickier overall.
You know, I remember playing that, but I don't remember what it did. That's a shame.
Yeah, and in Mario Kart 64 and Double Dash's castles were just kind of there.
Took the Boulder graphics from Galaxy, or made them look like Galaxy, more likely. Probably higher poly count. I like how Luigi's victory arm pump thing is him turning down the track without his hands. He's just sort of fist pumping, and his car is driving automatically, and then he gets hit by something, and it doesn't even faze him.
He's got his feet on the pedals, that's all that matters. Okay, guys, this is the last of the new tracks, Mario Kart 8's Rainbow Road.
Oh. Oh god.
Actually fairly tame compared to Wii and 3DS.
Yeah, it's more Rainbow Station than Rainbow Road, really.
Oh, Space Station. Blooper spaceship. That's awesome. I like that.
Great music, but like Ryan said, it's kind of tame.
This has a very different look than the previous Rainbow Roads. They're really playing off the space thing, aren't they?
Which is why I much prefer the other Rainbow Road in this game.
Oh, they have another Rainbow Road that's more traditional? Okay, fine, then I can take having both this and that. Yeah, I was just saying, you know, I kind of prefer the old Rainbow Road look, but if this exists in the same as that, then fine, best of both worlds. Look, I do like the space station look. Just, you know, not as a Rainbow Road.
Yeah, it's funny because I was reading a comment that actually said there's a contrast between the N64 Rainbow Road, which we'll be seeing when we do the retro tracks, and this one, because the N64 one's kind of like mystical and whatnot. It's literally just like a rainbow road floating in the sky, whereas this one's man-made.
Yeah. Oh god, it almost reminds me of a Starwinder track at points.
So what, the Toads just have a space program now?
Well, they must have gotten enthusiastic after Galaxy 1.
Well, they wouldn't have had like Rosalina's observatory to be able to explore everywhere, or their own spaceship, so they had to quickly advance in like retro or rocket engineering and such.
The shape of that one section reminds me of the observatory. It's just got this one entry path and then goes into a circle behind it.
Probably intentional.
Most likely.
My stream is spazzing out.
That's what it does.
Mm-hmm. It's been smooth sailing up until now, but no. Last track in the goddamn last cup in the new stuff.
Well, there's a lot of rainbows to take into account, mate, don't worry.
It just keeps flashing colors at me, and I'm vaguely wondering if this is some lame attempt at a seizure.
That's actually what I'm seeing, it's literally just colours. Motherfucker, Mario, you are not taking this from me yet, eat shit. Fall to earth. Sorry, I play to win when it comes to Mario Kart.
Join Shadow on his fiery atmosphere re-entry.
Maria, this is what you wanted, right? Oh man, this is going to be a close one. Just give me a green shell, that's all I need.
Or a banana.
Come on, come on, come on! Yes!
Perfect win streak through the first 4 cups.
Hell's yeah.
Nice.
Now he's gonna get to N64 Rainbow Road on a perfect streak and then lose.
Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate the confidence, mate.
No, I wouldn't blame anyone for losing in the N64 Rainbow Road. That track is brutal.
Let's wait until we actually get to it. Your opinion might change. But now that we're done with the new tracks, Ryan, what do you think like of the level design of the new ones in Mario Kart 8 as a whole?
Generally enjoyable, but nothing really sticks out.
I think there's like a consistent quality there. There's no track I actively dislike. At worst, I find a couple of them, like the Boo Mansion level, boring. But I would say a definite improvement over Wii and 7. There's much more pizzazz and pop, mostly in part to you know, the HD resolution, quality of graphics, etc.
Yeah, actually having a system that can handle things.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't find Mario Kart Wii that bad considering the standards of the system. Like it wasn't as dazzling, but it did its job.
No, go watch comparison videos between the Wii tracks and this game.
Oh
and the
yeah,
Wii
it's just it's just the thing that gets me about the tracks in this game is that they just do more, is all. And I think that's partly system power at least, but graphically I don't find much of a problem with the Wii tracks. They look nice enough. They just don't do a whole lot.
I agree they could have done more. I think they just went for, again, a consistent level of quality. But I really enjoyed them for what they were, and we're now done with the new tracks in Mario Kart 8, and surprisingly, I managed to 3-star every single cup, so let's move on to the retro tracks.